Welcome to the video. So here we go. You know it was going to happen. 4 Hollywood Orchestrator Opus editions being played by Scalar 3. And I'll tell you right now, it's a lot of fun. I don't think I'll be getting much sleep tonight. And quite fast and easy to get some really punchy, dramatic ideas. So let's kick it off. Like I say, first we'll listen to it and then I'll show you track by track kind of what I did. So turn your speakers, or it's going to be a little bit loud. All right, so again, pretty quick to do something like that. And to be honest, all I did was go in here and grab Suspense, I think it's Suspense 1 or something from the Moods, something like that. The stock chords, which I didn't even work on, so I'm sure you could do some voice leading and all kinds of stuff. But this is pretty much right out of the box with minor changes to different phrases and timings and that. But I mean, to get something, not that this is so great, but the potential is great, and the speed that you can come up with these ideas and the amount of different ideas is noteworthy and fun. Yeah, lots of fun. So break it down. Let's take these off and solo. So I'm going to play the first chords and I'll show you the opus. So this is the first track, and it's an opus ensemble with sustained cello lead 2. So really simple, and let's hear that solo. One thing I should mention, if you're going to do something like this, and you could do the same thing with the Orchestra Complete 3, you would have just as many options, it would sound just as great, and you would have different options. So it's mind-boggling that you've got, depending if you have these. Actually, Opus I got on sale really quite cheap last year sometime, I think. And yeah, so I really like Opus. It's well worth the money. And so that's the first track. And so that was the ensemble. Now let's take a look. Did we change anything there? We have the chord track up 1 octave. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to mention. That these keys in Hollywood Orchestrator are your mute keys, hotkeys. So if a stray note from one of these phrases hits one of these keys, it will, whichever key it hits, will mute either the woodwinds, brass, or whatever. So you don't want stray notes going down here. So that's one reason why I cranked it up 1 octave, so the notes generated would stay up here. And you could also use different types of voicing to keep that under control. And also the voicing, because if you've ever used Hollywood Orchestrator or the Orchestra Complete 3, how you voice your chords will dramatically affect your sounds, right? So just by changing the voicing, you're going to get different effects. All right, so that's track 1. Let's turn on track 2, take a look. And this is basically woodwinds here, but it's not a direct woodwinds patch. If I remember, it's the full ensemble staccato wide. So there are other instruments, but the woodwinds are really poking through just because of where these notes are in this pattern, I guess. And so I turn this pattern to half speed, half resolution, common. It's using a common performance, number 3, but from what I've seen, you could try any of these and get some interesting results. You might have to change a few things. Again, dynamic voicing. Now let's take a listen to that with these two combined now. Okay, so we got those woodwinds giving us staccato type notes, and let's go to the third one, which is the something from Scalar 2 and before, I think the alt phrase, so that's an old one. And for whatever reason, I just cranked that in there. Again, I probably just tried about 3 different versions, came up with something that was working pretty good. 1 octave up, so you don't get the stray notes down here, and some voice grouping. So let's call that one up, take a look at the opus. So this is the first ostinato opus, and it's the 8th note accents, number 1. And again, if you know opus, you've got, just in ostinatos, you've got, you know, and I just basically grabbed the first or second one, and it sounded pretty good. So you can imagine being up for hours just going through and getting all kinds of different things going and muting some notes and bringing out some of the woodwinds. I mean, this is a really basic so far, but it shows the potential here. So let's move that to the side. Let's move that to the side. And let's play it with the 3 tracks now from the beginning. So you can hear some of those instruments building as you see these notes going up and up and up. That's building the tension, the drama. That's exactly what we want in something like this. Let's turn the last one on, which is the melody, which is going to push even more of the tension, where we have these crescendos of brass, which will really bring in that sense of foreboding. So let's look at here. We've got common 2. Again, I tried maybe 2 or 3, and it was working pretty good, and you can see all the different options. So, okay. And then in this one, I turned it to half speed. I didn't want the amount of notes to overwhelm everything that's going on in an Opus Orchestrator, because really, one Opus Orchestrator is like a whole set, a whole kind of mini DAW of orchestration in itself. So this isn't like we're playing one instrument here. This is a massive thing going on here. So you don't want to overwhelm it with too many notes, because it has its own thing going on, right? So let's listen to it now. And I think I did make a couple changes. Yeah, with length. I wanted to lengthen these notes, and that's what I did. I cranked up the length to 200. That's the maximum. And with some dynamic voicing. And in the opus, let's see. Yeah, so the opus is the brass crescendo basic 04, in case you're interested. But again, just in brass alone, you've got, you know, many different options. So, all right. And let's just listen to it one more time from the get-go. So it really builds up that tension, and the final note just takes you right up to the brink and then back. So I think it's, yeah, a lot of fun to do this. Now, here's the thing. Since I'm running 4 live complete orchestrators right now, do I dare go in here and switch to a different song idea where I've changed the chords, and it's going to hopefully bring in that whole new preset. I hope it doesn't crash, but if it does, I'll still make the video. But let's see if Scalar can do it. Like I say, it's got 4 Opus open, and that's a lot to ask, I would say, but let's see if it does it. It's going to take a while to load up. I think it'll work. And it worked. I think it worked. So now, this should be a different version of the same type of tension using completely different chord set. I think in this case, I used something from Suspense or Drama or something. I forget what it was. But I used a whole different chord set. And let's see how, and there's a few changes here, but it's still 4 Opus running. And let's listen to this. Yeah, that was my fault. I wanted to display the Opus while it was playing, so I pushed a little too hard because when it opened the Opus, it stuttered there a bit. But that's my fault there. But really impressed because, first of all, it didn't crash when I was opening a complete different preset. And what you're able to do then is really just endlessly try out all these different combinations in phrases and chords. And whenever you like something, you simply go up here and hit this save button and save it in your own file as a complete preset containing all the Opus settings and everything. So really impressed. And actually this, I would say this has more potential than any of the past tests that I've done, for the sheer joy of just listening to all this great kind of dramatic music, and the ability to do it so quickly and have so many variations, and save the whole thing as a preset and bring it up anytime you want. So you could work for a couple hours on this, maybe improving your chords, right? Save it as version B, come back some other day when you want this heavy type of orchestral music, work on customizing these phrases down here. And remember, I haven't really edited anything yet besides just some quick features here. So impressive. Looking forward to do a lot more videos like this. I might try it with the Orchestra Complete 3, maybe an Opus Orchestra Complete 3 and something else, some nice violins or something, but a lot of potential here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you were able to make music today, and we shall see you on the next video.